come in Omote no Ki, for example, and I will lock his no Ki. Okay, so from here, once I stroke, I will proceed by locking his hand, his wrist. Okay, so I have this form of leverage here. Now, once I am pulling, I will proceed to a gaeshi or kaeshi movement. That is, I will bring him violently, and at the same time that he is coming, I will overload, in this case, his elbow. So this is what's going to happen very slowly. So there is no way I have, of course, stopped the movement. I have just settled my body down. So he came, and this was the overloaded part of his body. Okay, of course, that if I had pulled more violently and stood down, also roughly, he would have had probably an injury on his elbow. Okay, so from here we can see his hand is also on a very fragile position. Okay, so there are many things we could proceed in this method. First of all, is coming from extremities to the center of his body. That is, for example, I could first of all lock his body so he cannot fall down and settle with the movement. Then from here I could, for example, cause damage to the wrist, also to the elbow. Okay, in this direction. I could also from here bring him a bit more and then attack humerus and acromion, okay, by entering violently, which I won't do, but you can imagine how this would be by pressing inward. Okay, I could also overload his joint, his humerus joint, like this, and proceed. So there is a very rough movement on his humerus joint again. Okay, and once I have this his arm restrained and under great pain by this pressure, there are many things we could do. First of all, note that as a torite, as a study inside torite and jujutsu, he is laying down, so he cannot draw any weapon anymore. I can see both his hands. So besides the classical movements of jujutsu involving knee, head, and all, even parts of his body, I could also, for example, simply bring him, as I'm here, press head violently, or also just by sitting, having positions in which he simply couldn't take away, he simply couldn't move. I could proceed to any form of tying movements, of knots. You can see that biomechanically speaking, I am allowing my scapula to be high, my shoulder is high. This is on purpose, because if I just by less than 1 inch press this downward, it would harm his elbow. It would be actually a great deal, since his tendons are already stretched to the most and his joint is also to the limit. Okay? Thank you very much.